Hey, this is Steve from myothercareer.wordpress.com, and in today's video I wanted to talk a little bit about screenwriting contests. I've been talking to some people through the blog and just happened to be reading some stuff lately, and I wanted to kind of give my opinion on the usefulness or lack thereof of screenwriting contests. First thing, I've entered a few, two. And I've put on the blog, how I've done. I've done, pretty well in both of those, better than expected. But I don't ever expect how I perform in any of those to lead to anything professionally. For me, entering into a contest is more a chance to compete and get some sort of validation on my talents or lack thereof. Now, if I were to win something, or I get a phone call one day from somebody because of it, great. But I don't expect to ever have anything like that come out of the contests that I've entered. Now, I'm not gonna say that they're a waste of time. Some people, like for example, Blake Snyder, thinks screenwriting contests are a waste of time. I don't think they're a waste of time in the sense that they do offer a form of competition to people who write. They can help get someone to maybe listen to you when you talk to them instead of ignoring you, because maybe you performed a couple different times relatively decently. But there's some cash money involved, and if you're doing it just to compete and get a cash prize, I don't think it's a waste of time. But in regard to trying to get or make a career out of how you perform and hoping that'll be the step that opens the door, I just don't think that's a contest is going to help, especially if you don't live in Los Angeles. Why would someone call you, even if you won a contest, when it'd take you a 3-hour flight, 4-hour flight to get there, and a week of planning, when they can make a phone call and have somebody who writes probably just as well as you are there in 15 minutes, So that's just the reality. But you never know what'll happen. My friend Riley won the Big Break contest that Final Draft puts on every year. And while that wasn't the only reason things started to get into motion for him, it definitely was a catalyst that helped. He was already waist deep in doing pitches and had an agent, and all the other stuff that goes along with busting your ass to try to get into the writing business. And winning that contest definitely helped push along that effort and have some people take notice. But had he just won that contest alone and not been doing the other stuff, it wouldn't have amounted to anything. And I think that's the key. If you're out there and you're making pitches and you have representation and you're doing everything a writer needs to do to claw their way into getting into it as a career, a contest can help that along. But without that other aspect, I don't think a contest will amount to anything at all, other than just a form of competition and some validation as a writer. So that's my opinion on it. Take it for what you will. But I think it's this is nothing that a person who lives in Los Angeles already knows. They know this. This is more for someone in my boat. Maybe the single mom who lives in North Carolina that's writing, hoping one day it'll open up into something. The reality of a contest doing that for you is slim to none. So, and I tend to agree with that viewpoint. If anybody else disagrees, I'd be more than interested to hear your opinion on the matter. You can leave a comment or shoot me an email. My email contact information is on the About page. So that's going to be it. So until next time, this is Steve from myothercareer.wordpress.com. Keep writing.